We turn now to impeachment. After 30 hours of televised testimony and with more than 3,900 pages of depositions released publicly so far, the question resonating through Washington and beyond is what's next in the impeachment proceedings against President Trump? We begin today with a look at what we learned last week. First, the case against Mr. Trump. Republican fundraiser turned ambassador to the European Union Gordon Sondland was the most anticipated witness. He told Congress that the president instructed him to work with Rudy Giuliani to convince Ukraine to investigate former Vice President Joe Biden and his son Hunter.
Mr. Giuliani's requests were a quid pro quo for arranging a White House visit for President Zelensky. Was there a quid pro quo? The answer is yes.
But the president saw this part of Sondland's testimony as vindication.
The quid pro quo you were discussing was over the aid, correct?
No. President Trump, when I asked him the open-ended question, what do you want from Ukraine? His answer was, I want nothing.
And quoted from the hearing to declare the inquiry over.
You have the cameras rolling? I want nothing. That's what I want from Ukraine. That's what I said. I want nothing. I said it twice.
Other witnesses, including former White House Russia expert Fiona Hill, said they were alarmed when they learned of Sondland's efforts.
Because he was being involved in a domestic political errand. And we were being involved in national security foreign policy, and those two things had just diverged. I did say to him, Ambassador Sondland, Gordon, I think this is all going to blow up, and here we are.
State Department aide David Holmes recounted Sondland's phone call with the president in a Ukrainian restaurant.
So you heard President Trump ask Ambassador Sondland, is he going to do the investigation?
Yes, sir.
What was Ambassador Sondland's response?
He said, oh, yeah, he's going to do it. He'll do anything you ask.
Dr. Hill also stressed that the president's continued suggestion that Ukraine, not Russia, was responsible for the 2016 leak of emails that embarrassed the Clinton campaign was dangerously wrong.
This is a fictional narrative that has been perpetrated and propagated by the Russian security services themselves.
Is it your understanding, then, that President Trump disregarded the advice of his senior officials about this theory and instead listened to Rudy Giuliani's views?
That appears to be the case, yes.
Conclusions from each side predictably fell along partisan lines. Republicans said Democrats failed to make a compelling case against the president.
An impeachable offense should be compelling, overwhelmingly clear, and unambiguous. I've not heard evidence proving the president committed bribery or extortion.
Democrats saw it differently.
And in my view, there is nothing more dangerous than an unethical president who believes they are above the law. And I would just say to people watching here at home and around the world, in the words of my great colleague, we are better than that. Adjourned.